Let's take a look at Coupang's fourth quarter result. CEO Bum Kim began the conference call by providing a business overview through 8 updates. First, Coupang has experienced accelerating growth in both active customers and total revenue. In Q4, the number of active customers was up 16% year-over-year, and the total revenue was $6.6 billion, which is up 23% year-over-year. As a result, Coupang continued to grow its profits and free cash flow to the highest level. Second, regarding the company's investment strategy, on top of its e-commerce business in Korea, Coupang's historical new competency bets, such as rocket delivery, are now producing meaningful cash flows, and the company is leveraging existing assets to invest in incremental initiatives like the FLC, or Fulfillment and Logistics by Coupang, and e-commerce in Taiwan. But this doesn't mean that Coupang is just splurging its cash everywhere. In fact, the CEO stressed that Coupang's investment thresholds remain incredibly high. For example, they will only make investments when they are certain that the prospects they see have the potential to grow significantly and provide strong capital returns. Otherwise, they will reduce or exit investments that do not meet these goals. Third, he provided some details regarding the FLC segment. Coupang is continuing to make significant investments in its delivery infrastructure and technology. As a result, in Q4, FLC volume doubled and the number of merchants was up 80% year-over-year. Also, SMEs accounted for over 80% of Coupang's merchant base in FLC, utilizing the Rocket Network. Fourth, the Rocket Network has had phenomenal growth since its inception in Taiwan, with both customers and revenues more than doubling in the previous 2 quarters alone. Also, it's important to note that its rate of expansion is faster than what Coupang in Korea went through in the same time frame following its rocket launch. Such growth is possible because Coupang is leveraging a variety of resources they have built over many years, including their cutting-edge technology and operational know-how. As a result, management expects Taiwan to reach profitability faster than they did in Korea. Next, Coupang Eats order volumes doubled since the WOW Savings launch in the second quarter, seeing positive underlying economics and cash generation potential. Coupang is experiencing positive externalities they see in customer involvement with all products and offerings. For example, they observed that the increasing interaction on the Eats app leads to stronger involvement in the product commerce. So purchases made in one category encourage participation in other categories. Sixth, Coupang also sees a similar engagement pattern with Coupang Play, its video streaming service. In Korea, Coupang Play has been the most downloaded app across all categories in both 2022 and 23, on both iOS and Android devices. Additionally, it has delighted customers by producing original live sporting events in Korea, in addition to broadcasting them. So millions of people had the opportunity to watch elite football stars like Neymar, Haaland, and Son compete in Korea last year. And the Major League Baseball teams, Dodgers and Padres, will begin their regular seasons in Seoul this spring with 2 games. Seventh, CEO explained that Coupang ended up acquiring Farfetch, even though Coupang was not actively seeking this acquisition, because Coupang saw a rare opportunity to buy a sector-leading luxury fashion platform with $4 billion in GMV for just $500 million of investment. Coupang plans to transform Farfetch into a business that greatly improves the luxury shopping experience online and provides strategic value for Coupang's ecosystem, like the other businesses he talked about before. So the company already began executing a plan to make Farfetch self-funding with no additional investment beyond the announced initial $500 million capital commitment. Lastly, CEO ended the first half of the earnings call by stating his excitement of Coupang's long-term potential. And while M&As and other services will strengthen the ecosystem, Coupang's core focus will still be on huge retail opportunities in Korea and Taiwan, where Coupang still has a very small market share currently. Capturing those massive markets in Korea and Taiwan remains by far the greatest prospect and priority according to him. Now, let's examine Coupang's financial results for the fourth quarter and the full year 2023. The company has seen greater engagement with a record 21 million active customers. The rate of active customer growth accelerated every quarter in 2023, culminating with 16% year-over-year growth in Q4. Not only did the number of customers grow, but the spending per customer also continued to grow. As we can see in this graph, every annual customer cohort is growing over 15%, and even Coupang's oldest cohort continued to grow still. And the overall revenue per customer in constant currency was $303, up 3% year over year. As a result of these positive operating drivers, Coupang's total revenue in Q4 was $6.6 billion, up 20% year over year in constant currency. This growth would have been even higher, 9.4% higher to be precise, if we adjust for the FLC accounting change. Now, let's break this total revenue into two parts. First, product commerce revenue was $6.3 billion, up 18% year over year. Product commerce's growth rate continues to compound at high multiples of the growth rate of total retail spend in Korea, which grew at just 2% in Q4. And second, developing offerings revenue was $270 million. This is much smaller portion, but growing at a much faster 102% year over year. And Coupang's operating income in Q4 was $130 million, up 57% YOY. Cash flow from operations for the full year 2023 was $2.7 billion, up significantly from $565 million a year ago, representing almost 400% growth year over year. Cash flow used in investing was $927 million, up 9% year over year. And so, Coupang's free cash flow for the year was $1.8 billion, a significant turnaround from negative $246 million last year. As a result, Coupang's cash balance at year-end was $5.6 billion, up from last year's $3.7 billion. Now, let's examine the four parts from Q&A section that may impact Coupang's valuation model. First, regarding the margin outlook, management claimed that Coupang will maintain a strategy to still increase selection and acquire merchants, which negatively impacts margins. But this is offset by improvements in the logistics network, automation, and AI utilization. For instance, in 2023, despite this expansive strategy, Coupang still generated $1.8 billion in adjusted EBITDA, expanding margins by 250 basis points. Management also mentioned that the profit margins expectations continue to go up, excluding Farfetch M&A. Next, when asked about Taiwan, CEO clarified that the majority of developing offerings investment increase in 2024 will be in Taiwan, reflecting positive signs observed there. He stated that Coupang is investing more and more in Taiwan, but will remain disciplined and opportunistic to maximize long-term shareholder value. In addition, CEO added that the $650 million in developing offerings guidance does not include the Farfetch-related investment. Regarding this acquisition, he provided a detailed rationale, saying that Coupang can enhance Farfetch's customer experience, operations, and innovation to increase its value. He also noted that luxury is a sizable, unexplored market for e-commerce. Additionally, he has shown a belief that there's perceived strategic value in integrating Farfetch with Coupang's existing businesses. In response to a question on Coupang's revenue and expense booking, he said that Coupang will likely take a one-time restructuring charge in Q1, but there will be more details to come on the next earnings call, because this deal was just closed a few weeks ago. He underlined that M&A is not Coupang's primary strategy, so Coupang will continue to pursue organic growth. About investor concerns about new Chinese entrants like Temu and AliExpress in Korea, management responded the following. Given the highly dynamic and competitive nature of retail, Coupang believes in the necessity of constantly creating wow moments to foster customer loyalty. And investors should focus on the customer cohort behavior, as we saw in this graph before. All cohorts showing over 15% spending growth, including the oldest cohorts. Moreover, newer cohorts join at a higher spending level and increase spending faster than previously observed. CEO believed that the recent influx of new active customers hints at a substantial future growth potential, and it is a good indication that customers still value their Coupang experiences despite competitive environment. And he stressed that Coupang's portion of Korea's retail sector, which is valued at over $560 billion, is still in its single-digit market share, underscoring the enormous possibility and potential for more winners in this market. And finally, he stressed that the addition of tens of millions of new WOW members is still possible, and the management remains laser-focused on operational excellence and customer experience. In this final section, we will look at two news articles about Coupang. First, a year after entering the Taiwanese market, Coupang opened its second logistics center, marking a significant milestone in its growth efforts. Furthermore, the company has plans to further strengthen its presence by opening third center in the first half of 2024. Since its launch in Taiwan last year, Coupang has facilitated exports for over 12,000 Korean firms. Notably, more than 70% of products sold in Taiwan are manufactured by Korean companies. By providing an alternative sales channel, Coupang's operations in Taiwan have emerged as a crucial avenue for small Korean firms to overcome obstacles in their overseas ventures. So it looks like Coupang's growth in Taiwan is also serving as a PR tool in Korea, where it gets a lot of criticism, similar to how Amazon gets attacked in the US because of its dominance. The second article is about Farfetch, which Coupang acquired recently. Farfetch is an online luxury retailer that faced insolvency risk due to its high debt load and inability to achieve profitability. And this company's market value plummeted by over 97% since its IPO in 2018. The company encountered difficulties as top luxury brands like Hermes declined to sell through third-party platforms, impacting its ability to secure product. Under the Coupang deal, Farfetch will undergo pre-pack administration process, transitioning into a private entity under Coupang's ownership, signaling a strategic move to stabilize its operations. And it will be interesting to see if Coupang makes anything significant out of this venture, or it becomes just another M&A with high hopes but no tangible result. Okay, that's it for Coupang's Q4 update, and please hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel if you found the content helpful. And I will come back with more numerical analysis on big tech companies like Tesla and Nvidia. Thanks guys!